We got to do a huge fight. You don't remember?
You're a
Good
jackass.
stuff.
Huge fight.
Like a
Boom, boom, boom.
like a Celt late at night fight.
Like a late night Celt night.
With a Marine.
I kicked his ass though.
You said he was old. I bet he could still kick all your asses.
Oh my God, he was
No.
short. He was actually. I don't think he. Me, yes. The other guy, no.
No.
Yeah, he's. Yeah.
I just watched a YouTube.
Spiderweb.
I just watched a YouTube video of all of Mike Tyson's knockouts.
Including on the airplane.
No, they didn't
He
show
didn't
that.
knock him out.
No, they didn't show that.
I don't
Did
think
you
he
know
knocked
he
him out on the airplane. I think he just hit him.
Did you see that all the charges were dropped? Because that dude tried to sue him. And you have to wonder, was he baiting him for that?
Right. And his buddy was filming him.
Yeah, and he threw a water bottle at him, and finally Mike Tyson boom, slaps him.
I'd throw it out too.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
said,
you're an asshole.
Yeah, they said no, we're throwing these out.
Good.
I mean, what the hell, man?
Yeah. Good.
Not cool.
So he reached around and just slapped him. He didn't punch him.
I think
No, he was punching him.
Mike Tyson was.
Yeah, he bent over and he was punching him in the face.
Good. The guy threw a water bottle at him. Was talking shit to him. I was like, really? You're gonna do that to Mike Tyson? Well,
That is wrong on so many levels.
I was gonna say, are you stupid? You remember? So what happened with Mike Tyson? He had a hot wife,
Robin Givens.
No.
and that ended poorly.
Well, that's because she used teeth.
But didn't
She what?
use teeth?
She didn't know how to give good head.
Get ahead.
No.
Get ahead.
Blowjob.
What? I'm sorry.
She kind of chewed on it.
I think your
That's what you're
microphone
saying?
just went
No,
out.
hold on.
Like a sausage.
Yeah, it went out.
No.
Yeah.
So this
Like a
word,
brat?
tune in Tokyo. No. The word
Okay,
is
stop it.
the
right
word.
now.
No. The word is
From who?
that
Oh my
From
God.
who?
I don't know, Esquire.
The word.
Esquire.
Yeah.
Please do not follow that up with the word is she gave bad head. Is that really what you're going to follow up with?
That's how the argument started.
Oh my God. That's retarded.
It is retarded, but that's the word.
All right, so they went through a divorce,
I don't
and
believe
wasn't there?
You use teeth.
Well,
Was-
I guess that there was that front left incisor
Hold on. So we just went through that crazy trial,
that was extra sharp.
the Depp Amber Heard trial,
Oh yeah.
In a-
and we
rubbed
heard
him
all
wrong.
sorts of crazy shit.
She shit on his bed.
Oh God!
What?
You know what?
Threw a bottle and cut his finger off.
You know what we learned about that trial?
What did we learn?
We learned that they're both idiots.
Yes.
Exactly.
They are.
And you
And-
know what? And do you know how many couples are those idiots, especially in Hollywood?
No,
I-
especially only in Hollywood. It's because they're
not only
look,
in
they
Hollywood.
don't deserve. Look, I'm thankful. I'm happy for their success,
Yes.
but shut the fuck up.
Right.
I think
Right?
what this brought to light, whether people
Get the
recognize
fuck
it or
outta
not,
here.
is being rich and famous does not mean you're happy.
No. Oh, it doesn't mean you're functional at all.
'Cause I
They're totally
guarantee-
dysfunctional.
Because I guarantee Johnny Depp's been miserable.
I don't know, man.
Since he married.
They were
I
saying he
would
had a
actually
jar
argue-
of cocaine.
I would actually argue.
Well, if he was on drugs, maybe.
I would actually argue that people that in Hollywood that make millions and millions, they don't have to work. They have a job. They film a movie here. They do something here. Blah 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 blah. They're so bored, right? And they're drinking. They're doing drugs. They're having parties. I guarantee it's more likely to happen in those marriages
right.
than normal marriages.
Probably.
Yeah,
See,
they got the money. They got the money to do anything they want.
They
Well,
have
you-
no responsibilities.
No responsibilities.
Well, you see a lot of divorces in that side of the
100%.
business as well. I mean, there's the
100%.
exceptions. There's the exceptions, but because I always think I was like, why are you marrying this musician or this actor? It never ends, right? Find someone not in the business, like
Right.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton found a husband, and they're still married. They've been married for fucking 60 years
You
or
know,
something
but
like
that doesn't happen very often, and I think it's because they don't ever feel confident in who they meet isn't just a gold digger.
I can see that.
Does that make sense?
Unless you meet them young before you get big.
Or,
But then they get
or-
big and dump your ass like was it Garth Brooks dumped his wife from high
Yeah.
school, right?
Yeah, he
married Trisha Yearwood.
Right.
So
You know, and maybe the exception is also that they meet in
I
unassuming
didn't know that.
ways.
Garth
Like-
Brooks married Trisha Yearwood.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They've been married for about 20 plus
Yeah.
years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how about Britney Spears, right? Married her. Well, did they get married? Yeah, they got married married one of her dancers.
Kevin Federline.
Right. So I can respect that
How
because
do I know that name?
you know why? Because it wasn't
You
like
were attracted
it wasn't
to
like it was a no-name guy that just kind of approached her in a bar. She'd be like, "Really? Get the fuck out of me!" And her security would be like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Right? But he was a dancer. They spent time together, and they met and they talked, and you know what I mean?
I can get it because a lot of people
That's
meet.
more
A lot
organic.
of people meet at work and shit like that.
Absolutely.
But-
That's an organic kind of deal.
But I think the Hollywood scene, the musician scene, is a lifestyle that is not conducive if you're both in it
Not good.
to succeed.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're exposed. You have all these people, like if you're a dude, like you're Tom Cruise or some hunk, you're going to be tempted by all these women.
oh, the women are the hottest
men,
women on the planet
flip.
are throwing themselves at you.
Yeah. And how long is your constitution hold up? Hopefully forever.
Yeah,
Right.
hopefully.
But, you know, and, you know, and your wife could be the same way if she's an actress. Right. Like Amber Heard, she's attractive.
Very.
And, you know, she accused him of cheating. I don't know if he accused her of cheating or anything like that, but it's
They
going to
have
happen.
video proof of her cheating.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
watch any of that.
You didn't hear about that?
I didn't watch
James
any of
Franco is in the elevator going up to the penthouse with her,
that. Oh, really?
and they have video of it. And they're and what the hell? Talk about checkmate,
Right.
right? In terms of like
Yeah, but
infidelity, at least.
so he went up there, but did they show anything?
Yeah, they played chess. They
Pen,
said.
did they show any pen?
Yeah, they played checkers, and they read.
That is so crazy. Why would
They
they do
read
that?
Mark Twain together.
Reader's
Oh,
Digest.
come on.
Shut the. Yes, they did the deed, of course.
But did they have video of it?
There
Of
could
the
be video
deed?
out there.
Yeah.
Not in the elevator.
Well, I'm just like, how would you not? I mean, what if they went up to play?
You know what?
Like,
That's a good point. I didn't watch the trial, so I don't know if Amber Heard said, "Oh yeah, I was upset and we just talked, and she helped me through. He helped me through it,
And he's a friend, and
he's a friend,
we
and
played Boggle.
right, and he touched my vagina, but it
well,
was in an
maybe
innocent
they
way.
were up there just drinking and having a good time.
It was just a tip.
Yeah, he really got into my soul with the tip.
Now, what if they didn't do any of that? What if they just like hung out and drank?
That's
They could have.
possible. It's possible. Yes.
But if you pull Johnny, or who was the other? James Franco?
James Franco. Yeah.
If you pull him up there as a witness,
I don't even know who James Franco is.
What?
he's an
What's
actor.
wrong with you?
You know it. You've seen him. He was the Green Goblin's son in the first.
Oh, I know
Spider-Man.
who he is now.
What?
But if you called up there as a witness, did you sleep with Amber Heard? He's gonna have to answer it, right?
Yeah, he's gonna go. Just the tip.
that's his answer. Just a tip. Is that
So
sex?
is that a yes? I just the tip.
It's like really fast, in and out.
Multiple times, just the tip.
Yeah, that guy right there, James Franco.
Well, actually, James Franco confirms the affair with Amber Heard.
Well, there we go. That ends that story.
There you go.
And apparently Elon Musk too, but I don't know if that was before.
That
Johnny
was
Depp.
before they got married.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that whole scene,
it's just not.
both of them are nut jobs. But I think what he did
They are nut jobs.
was smarter than what she did. He came out and basically he laid all his flaws out. He's like, I'm an alcoholic. I'm a druggie. I'm a piece of shit in that regard. But I did not do this.
Nice.
That's what he did.
Okay.
He admitted to all his drink. He goes, yeah, I have a drinking problem.
You know what's so funny?
I have a drug problem.
So, my son apparently was glued to this trial.
Kind of like we were to the OJ and
Right.
shit like that.
Right.
Right.
Totally. And I was like, what? I mean, and he's like, oh my God, all I do is watch court TV.
Right.
Court TV on this deal. And I was like, oh, I get it. Because apparently there was all sorts of drama with, she was like, would act fake
Oh, yeah.
and cry. And it was like not even believable. Like she's a horrible
Oh
actress.
my
Right.
gosh! Did you see like the TikTok memes on her crying? And,
No, I did not.
They're so
So bad.
funny, man. It's
Right?
like she like turns her face to the left, and she was saying something about, "Oh my God, my dog did this," and then she makes a facial expression, and
To try to make the tears start flowing.
yeah, and then these people were mocking her because, "Oh my dog, oh my God, my glasses fell off and my eye," and then all of a sudden I did this, and then whatever. It's hard to explain, but
Right. They were, in other
they
words,
mocked
they're
the
making
shit
fun
out of
of
her
her.
over
Well,
and over and
what-
over on
what
so
really
many
proved
different scenarios.
I watched very little, but the part I watched was when they were the what do you call it? The lawyer for Depp.
The defense.
Yeah, defense lawyer was
Well,
interrogating her.
actually, no, because it was him against. He brought the suit against her.
That's right. So she's the defendant. He was the
Correct.
plaintiff.
Correct.
All right. So she was asking her questions. She was asking her questions, and she would turn and look at the jury and answer the question, and then turn back, and then ask another question, and she would turn to the jury, answer the question, and look back. And I was like, "Stop it!" It was super annoying, right? And they were like, and that was a big story. That was like. Her
Well, aren't they
strategy, her
supposed to be doing
strategy
that?
of talking to the jury is that for her? Is that going to work or is it not going to work? And I was like, oh my god,
It did not work.
I've never seen anyone like stop and talk to the jury like that. I was like, it's not going to work.
Well, I read.
What the hell is that?
I read an article yesterday or the day before that she's in the Aquaman 2, right? So
Yeah,
she's
but they
the-
cut
Yeah, they
back
cut
in
her out
time.
They've
big
cut
time.
her out.
Well,
All of
yeah,
it. I've read that they've cut all of her scenes out.
good. Well, now she's saying she can't pay. Like he won, and she can't pay.
Yeah.
And they started
Well, they're going to start docking her pay. What do they call that? Garnishing her wages.
right.
What they're going to do, so if she makes $100,000 for this picture, they're going to take part of it.
Well, now it's going to be a reverse. So Johnny Depp was not able to find any work briefly, like Pirates of the Caribbean, and then now is she going to be able to find work?
Probably not.
So he's not going to get any money.
No.
So apparently Johnny Depp is back on now. After he won, I think I read that they said he will be on the next installment of Pirates of the Caribbean.
So they're going to come out with it.
Well, yeah. Was the last one good? Do you think a lot of people went and watched it without Johnny Depp? Dude, he makes it.
Well, he wasn't. They didn't make Pirates without him. I don't think
They did.
did. They?
Maybe
I
it
don't
hasn't been
remember.
released yet.
I don't remember that.
What? No, I don't
Yeah.
think they did.
Well, they cut him out of the last one.
I don't think so.
Yes, they did. That was the whole point.
There's only 4 of them.
No. That's why he.
No, they were going to make one, and they did not make one.
No, I think they made one without him. I may be crazy. I may be totally wrong.
Pirates current producers say the future of Johnny of the franchise will be without Depp.
Well, that was before the.
That was May 16, 2022.
But that was the whole point. That was why he sued, because he got cut out of the series. So he sued her for that.
Well, you know, Johnny should sue the Pirates of the Caribbean people. I mean,
Well, I mean, they have the right to, they have the right to pick whoever they want, right? I mean, and they didn't pick him because they thought he would be toxic to viewers.
Well, the last one that came out was Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales,
Okay,
and he was in that.
there it is. Okay, but there's, But he-
that was the
but he
last
was
one.
apparently cut out of the next one.
There was no next one.
Oh, so they didn't do a next one at all.
No, they were going to, and they didn't do it.
Okay, all right. Well, that means they can't do one without him. So that's on them, I guess. So I thought I read that he was back in, but whatever.
Well,
yeah,
who knows?
I did too. I heard that he was back in,
Yeah.
and that they had recanted what they had said, and
Well, they
that
want the
they're-
money. They want the money. They
Well,
want to
who
make
doesn't?
another
I
one
mean,
with him.
And you know what? It doesn't do
So
them
they,
any.
so you mean like Disney, the people who
Yes.
Yeah,
because they make that movie. So well, that's good. They came back and said, all right, we were wrong. But I go back to they jumped to the conclusion awfully fast
Yes.
before knowing the facts,
Well, and
and that's just
well,
not
it's like
Disney, but
everything.
that's the media that does that.
well, and it's interesting you say that because the Me Too movement, right?
She was trying to capitalize.
Well,
on that.
and it was like if the woman says something, the guy's screwed.
Mhm.
And they say that trial put an end to Me Too. They put an end to it.
I hope so.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be an end of that, but I want
I
that to
do.
be an objective thing. Like it shouldn't be
It shouldn't be an automatic. I believe the
correct.
woman.
Correct.
Like Kavanaugh, we
Correct.
automatically believe her.
Because Harvey Weinstein was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
He was a total reason why Me Too existed.
correct.
How many other producers were just like Harvey Weinstein?
Oh wow!
You can't even say his name without
Tell you
talking.
what, Bobby.
need to
Let's
Is
pour
he
some
in-
more
is he in
bourbon my
prison right now?
glass.
I need a smoke break.
Is Harvey Weinstein in prison right now?
Yeah, he's
I don't know.
taking it up the poop chute.
He could be, because I remember his trial. He'd come in with like canes and a walker. and
Oh, he
everything
was trying
Oh,
to
to
really
try to
play
get
it.
Totally.
sympathy.
I was like, what is that? I thought the same thing. I was like,
I was
what
like, he
are
was
you-
walking. It was like 4 days. What was it? The Lincoln address.
Fourscore.
4 scores and 3 days.
Oh, he was.
Okay, but hold on. Lincoln?
Why was he saying that?
Well,
Yeah,
he came
well,
in with a
where-
walker, acting like he was some old schmuck.
Did he
Like
have a
he was
top
like,
hat?
I shouldn't be
Really?
going to jail because I'm like some old guy.
Lincoln him with the cane is like Harvey Weinstein walking into court. Really?
Was Harvey wearing a top hat?
Well,
And a coat
he
with
probably
tails?
would have done better.
Wow, quite an analogy there, bro.
Well, I'm just thinking like from an old person
old-
perspective.
yeah.
Jeez.
Like he was
Yeah,
trying to be wise and proper.
Oh, that was yeah. Weinstein coming in all. I mean, did he have like? He had like dark glasses on, didn't he? Dark
Gosh, I
glasses
don't
and
remember.
a cane or something.
I just
like,
remember
what
him
the hell
having a
is this?
cane or a walker or something. Yeah, I think the Me Too movement took a hit, which it's been kind of subsiding anyway.
And it was also one-sided.
Oh yeah, because I know the Me Too was when the boys started to be 15, 16 years old,
Yeah.
and I remember my sister specifically telling me, because she has 2 girls. She goes, I worry about your boys and the environment that they have to live in now, because
100%.
they're teenagers, are going off to college, and could they get the wrong girl where everything's consensual? All of a sudden they wake up in the morning and she's like,
Well, and it's not so much. It's oh my God, I had too much to drink.
right,
What did I do? I'm taking the walk of shame.
right.
What am I going to tell my friends?
And they automatically believe the girl over the boy.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately.
And you know what? It's funny you say that because my wife gave a major lecture to the.
Well, we did as well.
Yeah, you did as well. I remember we had that conversation
Yeah.
where they said the wives were like hammered them, like you cannot put yourself in that situation.
Right.
She may be hot, and you guys may be like all sorts of friendly, but if she's drunk, walk away.
Yep.
You got to walk away, man, because and we're trying to get them to
When she's drunk, you don't have sex.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
or
We're trying to
stick
stop
with a
that whole
blowjob.
thing. We're trying to stop the premarital sex anyway, which is like impossible.
That's
Can't put that can
retarded.
worm back in the can.
No,
or,
I'm just saying
Right.
you got
I
to
hear
stick,
Toothpaste
you.
back in
I
the tube.
know,
stick to
I know.
blowjobs. Stick to blowjobs.
or anal.
Yeah, but what? I'm sorry. What?
That's what Sean told me once.
Uh,
in his
no.
experience.
So he said,
I
stick
said,
to, yeah.
Well, you're talking about,
can we-
not trying to get pregnant.
no.
Yeah, I just want to. Okay, hold on. Let's recap. You said
Blowjobs.
blowjobs,
Yeah.
And I
and then
agreed.
I was about to say something, and I paused for some reason,
Yeah.
and then you said, "Or anal." Yeah,
I don't know.
So,
but
your,
you're right
your
about one
solution
thing.
is butt
you can't,
sex.
You can't get pregnant with anal sex.
Correct.
That is true. I'm going to give him this one. This one. He's right about
That is a
everything. You know that
fact.
anyway.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
still,
thank you
you're-
for that.
you're
Jeff.
you're in some sort
Okay.
of coital position, doing the
Oh.
anal sex.
Oh.
However, with blowjob, yeah, man, you don't have to take her garments off at all.
Oh, yeah, you don't.
Yeah, just
And you're the one who's nude potentially, and you're like, she took advantage of me.
Right.
Mm,
No.
doesn't work that way.
No, not really. I would go back to the anal.
no, officer. I was asleep on the couch and I woke up with this thing attached to me.
And there was so much teeth, and we got into a big fight.
Yeah, yeah. Her name was Robin.
Robin Givens. Kind of like Mike Tyson and Robin
Oh,
Givens.
my God.
It was that left incisor.
I'd never heard that. Didn't one of their daughters
That's
die?
retarded.
Horrifically?
That is not true.
Yes, it was. It was horrible.
What?
And the Mike Tyson's one of their daughters died.
I think that may have been the impetus of everything.
Well, I mean, she was on of all things, a treadmill, and was mauled to death by the treadmill.
For real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, I don't know how,
She
but
died in a treadmill accident.
Yeah, treadmill was put in such a way where she couldn't get off, and she was repeatedly.
Are you kidding?
No, that happened.
Was she tiny, like young?
Yeah, she was.
Like
she
5 or 6 or
was
something?
even younger. In Mike Tyson was like, because he had mentioned in one of the
no.
interviews, like one of the worst things that
Of
he could ever-
course.
I tell you, I don't agree with what those guys have to go through to do. I don't even like boxing. I think it's too. It's
Barbaric.
yeah. Come on, man. We're humans. Let's stop.
I know.
There comes a point where like, man, stop. But
Yeah, MMA's even worse.
MMA. Now they have bare knuckle.
God.
so now he has crossed the threshold where he's become wise,
He's older.
and he made some comment about he was talking to some rapper. I don't even know who it was, but he was saying
Those
something about
Cool Mo D.
yeah, perhaps he was talking like
Jam Master JJ.
he was saying he was mad at another person, and he was just like, fuck him, I'm not talking to him, man, fuck that motherfucker. It was like, well, he owns you. Mike Tyson says, well, he owns you now.
Yeah, but then he beat the shit out of the guy on the airplane. He did the same thing.
No, he did not. It's completely different.
Is it?
So it is absolutely different. So what he's saying is that you can't hold a grudge against somebody.
Right.
You have to let it go, because if you hold a grudge where, if anything they own you.
Right.
So you got to let it go. You got to be like, all right. You're not affecting me. You're not changing me.
That is the age-old thing. When you give somebody else control of your emotions, you're in the wrong.
Right.
Like why? Like a road rage incident. Why are you letting someone else you don't even know, who's an idiot or whatever, control your emotions?
Right.
Anytime.
Because they're stupid.
Yeah. Anytime you give up control of your emotions to someone else, you're in the wrong.
No.
Do you ever have road rage?
Absolutely. What do you mean? Like all the time. No,
well,
I'm
not bad though, right?
I'm not professing that I've mastered this, but that's what
he
I'm
has,
passive aggressive road rage is what I have.
Do you?
He's also you are. He also with Mike Tyson. Which I agree with to a certain thing is he does he microdoses mushrooms. I have never done that before.
Micro doses mushrooms.
There is I've always wanted to do mushrooms.
MDM.
Is that what it is?
Micro dosing of mushrooms.
Oh, so
what porcinis?
What they say is that the drug that you take is what the Indians used to take to help
Peyote?
collect their to help collect
Apache.
No, that's an Indian tribe.
Yeah.
Oh,
you missed the mark there.
Like the Guardians
of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Or the Commanders.
So they well, whatever. There's supposed to be a lot of emotional reconnecting whenever you do these drugs. It's supposed to tie in a lot of loose ends from your emotional growth perspective.
Whatever.
Well, you say that.
Sorry.
But there seems to be a lot of
scientific evidence.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of not necessarily people doing it, but there's a lot of studies on it.
Does Fauci back it?
I hope not.
Fauci.
Well, anyways, he has found peace, and I think it's great. And he said he found, and part of the reasons how he said that he's got over a lot of his anger was taken by doing these. What do they call those, man? The walkabout, where they disappear for a day or two, and
that's in Australia, right?
Yeah, walkabout's where they're going to go die. But I'm talking about
well, if the Native Indians also has something
during the soccer games, remember? They had those tubes.
Those are the recorders?
No, they had the tubes.
Oh, those are the Africans.
Those are called. If you remember the
they sound like the Iceman.
The World Cup that was in. Gosh, was it the World Cup? Where was the World Cup in 2008 or 12? The Vuvuzelas or something like that?
Yeah, those little tubes that everybody in the crowd had. It was annoying as hell.
Oh, and it was, that's all you heard.
It's called a didgeridoo.
Annoying.
It's called a didgeridoo.
No, that's
a didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo is what it's called.
Sean, you were so close.
Didgeridoo.
You were really, really close. Didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo. It's a didgeridoo.
Put World Cup in there. Because I remember watching it.
I want you to find the thing that is pronounced.
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
There we go.
Oh, he nailed it. I thought that was Jeff. I thought Jeff said that.
Didgeridoo.
That's what I
Jeff
said.
To say it again.
Didgeridoo. Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
All right.
Okay, stop doing that.
Didgeridoo.
Stop it. God. Okay, we get it. That's not a knife.
God.
I think they called him something else at the World Cup.
Anyway, it was annoying as hell.
Well, the what is it? The FIFA makes the Vuvuzuela and didgeridoo off limits.
I don't know.
So it's called a Vuvuzuela. Is it Zela?
Something like that.
I got us way off track. What were we talking about before? Australian something or other?
Walkabouts.
Walkabouts.
the Native
oh,
Indian-
yeah, we were
but the
talking about
Native
Mike
Indian-
Tyson doing walkabouts.
No, we're
But
talking about
Native
him, how
Indians do
he's-
have something where they go into like a sweat hut or something like that, right?
Of course.
Where they go
They
into
were
this
huge
massive
into
trance
meditation.
and
Yeah.
it's just this really self-realization thing. And I'm
so
not
do the Buddhists. So do the there's
exactly, but I don't know
That's what
to
they were.
what extent Vizsla.
Vuvuzela.
Vuvuzela.
That's what they were using at the World Cup.
Vuvuzela. Your kids will blow their eardrums out with this plastic ...
What is going on?
I don't know.
Now I remember.
I don't know.
You pulled
He's
a little
throwing
bit
out all
extra
sorts
on
of
the-
shit tonight. It's crazy.
It's the Vuvuzela. Wikipedia
It's
pronounces it.
Vulva-zella.
How do you pronounce that?
Vulva.
you
Zella.
can't-
It
play
looks
it.
like vulva.
Vulva.
Vulva-zella.
No,
Vuvuzela.
Vulvazela.
Vuvuzela.
Vulva-zella.
Vuvuzela.
I was right. Vulva-zella.
It's not vulva.
Yeah, it's
Shut
not vulva.
up.
That's not an L in
Say
there.
it
It's
again.
a vuvu.
Say it again.
Vuvuzela.
Vuvu.
Vulva-zella.
Is a Vuvuzela.
What the hell is that?
That's a Star Wars blue
That's
guy.
Bill Cosby.
That's your
Oh.
Star
Bill
Wars.
Cosby saying.
Well, your Bill Cosby sounds like the Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
You can't do him anymore
Why?
because he's a rapist. I don't like
All
him.
right, then it'll be the Star Wars guy.
Did he ever
Hey,
get?
Star Wars guy.
Anakin, I did not. I released your mom last month. I don't know where she went.
Did he get back into prison? Wasn't there a big push to get him back into prison?
Although he's not back in prison, but there
he-
is a push.
Is he dead?
No.
He might as well be. I did some Spanish fly.
Ugh,
I did
stop.
my
I'll
wife
tell you what.
last
We
week.
touch on Bill Cosby like
A lot.
every 2 or 3 months.
You know
it
why?
comes up.
Because it's hard to imagine that his situation. Really? What? Anyway.
I know.
All right. Let's move on.
Well, imagine all the Harvey Weinstein victims out there, dude. Imagine all the Harvey Weinstein victims out there because it is
for
so
decades.
bad
For decades.
that it's a joke in
Right.
the community of actors
Oh yeah.
and actresses.
Shouldn't be a joke. It's.
I wonder
it's-
if Meryl Streep had to screw him.
Well, you know
Because
what?
she-
How about Bette Midler?
Well, because she gave him
Whoa, what?
praises
Oh,
right before he
gave
got cut.
him praises.
Or was that the other guy that we?
Is that code
you like the
for
pause?
something?
You like the pause? Oh, she gave him
Or no, it wasn't Harvey Weinstein.
praises.
It wasn't Harvey Weinstein. It was the other director who's over in France who got kicked out, who got convicted of rape.
No, the guy that's running away from pedophilia.
Correct. Yeah. What was his name?
Yeah, he has yet to be extradited.
Yeah.
Is that the one that banged Natalie Wood?
No,
No.
that was a different
Roman
guy.
Polanski.
Yes.
She got up there and praised his,
Oh, good
praised
for her.
him and everything like that. And he's
Oh,
like
Roman
extra.
Polanski.
He's over in France
Just
because he's
good
accused.
for her. Oh, Meryl Streep, wonderful.
Well, that's where you lose them. You're just
I
like,
know
I'm not going to listen to you anymore.
I know that. And then on the topic of gun control, really, they talk about the Republicans being obsessed with it. Hollywood is obsessed with guns.
Yep.
Obsessed with guns.
How so?
Really? Hollywood is obsessed with making movies about guns, involving guns.
Oh, I guess Top Gun was
Oh, every movie, not Top Gun, but every movie is about guns, like having guns and shooting people and killing people with guns and violence and gore. I mean, are you kidding me? Why do they think they have no skin in the game in this whole narrative? I don't get it.
Well, I am excited that we're starting to get back to normal because this movie's coming out now.
What's that back to normal? What does that mean?
Well, meaning that the movie theaters are starting to become filled with movies that we can actually go and see.
Well, you did see that the CDC is recommending masks for travel now because of monkeypox.
you know, I don't give a
Oh.
shit what the CDC says anymore.
No kidding. I'm
They
with
have
you.
no
No credibility.
No
none.
credibility, but unfortunately, if they put something in place, you will have to follow it if you're on a plane,
No, sorry.
and you'll get kicked off.
Okay, I won't fly.
All right. I'm just saying.
I know.
That's they're
That's
talking
where
about
that's
doing
where
it
I
again.
am now.
Yeah.
That's where I am now.
I get it, but
Shelley and I would love to go to Europe, but apparently we got to be vaccinated nope, sorry, we're not going to do it. We have to do this, can't do that.
Yeah,
we can't
but
do
it's
this.
not-
Whatever,
you do
fuck
not-
you.
you do
Oh,
We're
they're
not
not
have
coming
doing
to-
out with the number 4. By
You
the
don't
way.
have to be vaccinated. If you go to like Ireland,
it. We want to go to Scotland.
you don't have to be vaccinated. That's what I saw.
Okay, good to know.
Well,
Next
see if you
summer,
can check that. Do you have to be vaccinated to go to Ireland?
next
or
summer we're going.
But there's another booster coming out.
Great.
Booster number 4. So I was kind of like, why?
You know what I read? I read that now there is a epidemic of accelerated dementia directly caused by the vaccine.
On older people,
Mm-hmm. It just keeps happening.
So
telling you.
there's all kinds of stuff going on. They're saying there's like snake venom that was in the COVID that was
snake venom in COVID.
In the vaccine.
In the
Oh,
vaccine.
the vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was supposed to attack certain parts that had good intentions but didn't turn out
Oh.
very well.
They always have great intentions.
Yeah. Well, the thing, the part about is the part that's bad about it is that it was tearing up the very thing that they wanted to do is
Yes.
to breathe, and the venom was closing the lungs down.
Right.
You know, and it's just they're coming up. There's stories that are just coming out. The stories that have been out. They're just not
Right.
I know.
readily available.
Yeah, I haven't read anything on COVID or vaccines in months and months. I won't
I
read those
do.
anymore.
I
don't
do.
read it anymore.
I do, and I hate it. I do. I hate it. I
So
literally.
I don't know the latest.
The other night, every night, I kind of scan. I don't read the articles, but I scan the headlines. And Shelly even made a joke. She was like talking to Sashi. She was like, "Daddy's gonna read the headlines of the world right now." And I was like, "Okay, well, let me go." And I went through them, and I was like, "I gotta stop doing this."
Yeah.
I mean, all it does is
It's your TikTok.
it is. It's my TikTok,
Yeah.
and it's never, none of it's good.
No.
It's economic disaster looming. Recession is inevitable.
Famine.
The
food
famine.
shortages.
The world famine like we will never experience. Right.
Right.
And
Like-
now we've got.
I mean, it's
horrific things going on in
Africa.
the
Well,
where
yeah.
Putin's just
Ukraine?
Ukraine.
Yeah, horrific things. I mean,
Yeah.
people that are coming out and telling stories like, yeah, I was stuck in my basement with 5 other people, and we were trapped, and 4 of the people escaped, and they're all shot dead in my in the woods behind the house. You know, and I just
Right.
stayed hidden in this little water closet. You
Yeah.
know, while they searched.
Unbelievable.
And it's going on right now. You know, it's just
Oh, it's a full blown war. Like
know-
full blown war.
and the fact that you know Trump was calling the shit out back when he was sitting at the UN table, not the UN table, but the NATO table, and it was 2016
Yeah.
when he was like just calling everybody out, and he was like, "Why is it the I believe it's she's called the ambassador of Germany,
Chancellor.
Chancellor of Germany.
Right.
Which
Why-
is so creepy, by the
Why
way.
is the Chancellor of Germany
Merkel.
working out a deal with Russia to get gas when they're part of
Because they can't produce their own. Because they refuse to.
Well, no, but agreed. But they have other means to get gas. Why are you working that out with someone that you're at war with? You're
Or
in
at
NATO.
odds with, yeah.
It wasn't at war at the time, but yeah.
It was at
but,
odds with,
but
right.
yeah, if you're at odds with, but you can't be against them in NATO and then start dealing directly with them
Right.
Well, then
because
what,
otherwise
then,
you need to pull out of NATO.
well, then what are we doing? We want to go. Well, we don't. Biden wants to go to Iran,
Venezuela.
Venezuela
Are you kidding me?
to get oil now,
Unbelievable.
so we don't have to buy Russian oil.
But you might as well have just kept the Keystone Pipeline open. You know,
He's flying over to Saudi Arabia right now to beg for oil.
Unbelievable.
I hope he sucks a dick.
So we closed down all of
Wow.
our shit.
No, they don't believe in
Now
that.
we're going over there to
Actually,
ask
they
for
do
oil.
a lot.
Really?
Do what?
I don't think they do.
No, ignore that. Just keep going. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we are. We're begging dictatorships for oil.
correct. On the people that we have been vehemently against for years,
And,
Iran.
check out the lie that Biden is selling. He's like, we've got thousands of leases that are
are being
going,
unused.
that are unused. And I'm like, okay, wait a second. First off, the conditions on the leases are so highly regulated that they're they're almost just by themselves not going to be profitable or going to be too bureaucratic, right? Too much red tape to even go there. And to develop those wells anywhere, like private, federal or private, you have to have investors, right? You have to have investors. And investors are like, yeah, you went into office and you shut down the Keystone Pipeline on day one. Yeah, you're loading up all these leases with
and then
regulatory
you
bullshit.
got to have a 5-year land study.
Yeah,
You know,
they have. There's so many conditions on this that investors are like, we're not going to touch oil and gas right now. Sorry, we're going to put our money in something else, and that's what he wants. He is trying to shut down oil and gas.
Well, he even said
He wants the price of gasoline to be $8 a gallon.
Well,
he's almost there.
Even more.
He wants that.
For this. I hope it comes out. I don't know. I'm this fucking hydroelectrolysis shit they're talking about, and I keep bringing it up. You know, if it's true, bring it out. What the fuck?
well, now's the
You're
time to
talking
bring it
about
out.
Yeah,
running your water.
there you go.
You know, then it's going to be like, oh my God, can you imagine that water is going to be like your water bill is going to be off the charts after that? Can you imagine that?
Oh, well, the water company
How
like
much-
score
Yeah.
$6 a gallon.
Well, I'm going to be harvesting
I
my
don't know.
water for my air conditioning.
I don't know, but my
I'm
point is,
collecting rainwater.
but my point about Biden is so
They'll
dishonest.
find a way to charge that too.
It's so dishonest. He's like, no one's using these leases, so we're going to pull them back. And the oil and gas industry, they don't want to solve this problem, so we're just going to pull those back. It's bullshit.
Why pull them back?
Yeah,
Just let him
because
sit there then.
Oh, because he's being all making the political point and the media point that, you know, if you're not going to use them, look at everybody, they're not using them, so we're going to pull them back. It's
Well,
bullshit.
well,
it's
yeah.
total lies.
But what does pulling them back do?
It makes a media point.
Just let them sit there.
Yeah, I know, but
So in 2 years,
I know,
you can
but
get into
he's
them.
making a media
Once
point.
you're out of the office, Biden.
That tells you where he's at.
Right.
It's a media point.
Which, yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
I mean, Americans should be irate.
I
They
think-
should be irate.
I think they're getting there.
They're
if they
getting
haven't
there as long as they know the truth of what's going on.
Well, I've done the math because I think gas. I haven't looked, but gas last time I looked was $4.70 a gallon. And
Diesel's over $5.
and to fill my truck is going to be $150.
Yeah, unbelievable.
150
Unbelievable.
bucks.
Is doubled in less than a year or a year?
No, it's been over a year, but since he came in office, it's doubled.
Doubled.
Yeah,
Really?
but it's Putin's fault.
Putin.
It's,
Fucking
it's
Putin.
Republicans' fault. It's the ultra MAGA fault. It's Putin's fault. It's everyone's fault except his.
So, based on how things are going so far, in terms of primaries, in terms of recalls, the red wave is coming. Now, I think they know.
I
They
hope
know.
so. One thing that I wanted to talk about on the last podcast is the January 6th show is
Commission.
about to start tomorrow, I believe.
Good Lord.
And it's a produced
Yeah.
primetime show.
Yeah. That we pay for, by the way.
Produced by a primetime
Yeah.
producer, like for a
ABC.
TV show.
Taxpayers' money.
Taxpayer money. This is going to be
Yeah,
on
but-
every night, or not, I don't know if not every
So
night,
they're going to be
Unbelievable.
I mean,
and there are
it's
no.
gonna be a
I don't
bunch
think
of-
there's any Republicans on this board
Not really. No, there's two.
except Mitt Romney,
Liz
maybe,
Cheney.
and Liz Cheney.
Liz Cheney. Oh, she's a Republican. And Adam Krasinski or Adam.
No, they don't count.
Adams. Well, he's a Republican.
Well, they didn't let anyone like Jim Jordan on there.
No.
Right? They
They're
vetoed.
total-
They're like, yeah, you're not allowed on there.
They're rhinos, like beyond rhinos.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even consider him Rhino. Just like they don't consider Manchin a
They-
Democrat anymore.
There you go.
I don't consider Liz Cheney a
Exactly.
Republican anymore.
Bullshit. It's such bullshit.
I'm not going to watch one ticket, but I did see that Jim Jordan and two others are going to have a counter show.
Good.
I don't know what on channel. It may be online, kind of a thing,
I hope so.
to counterpoint what's going on in this bullshit
And
that they're
meanwhile,
about to do.
these people are still in jail.
This theater, this political theater.
Those people are still in jail.
Yeah,
are they really?
Yeah.
yeah, they are.
Oh my
lot of 'em.
God.
Waiting for trial. It's been how long?
Well, January to 18 months.
18 months. In jail. People who showed up for a not even protest. It was a not a parade, somewhere in between, right? It was a what do you call it? They were there to support Trump. They were
Well,
supporting.
Trump was speaking.
Yeah, he was speaking, and then they were invited into the into the Capitol building, and now they are in jail for 18 months.
With
So
no-
I don't
no end in
understand
sight.
that. Is that if they were invited in, why are they in jail?
Well, you saw the footage with the police. Like, come on in, walk this way,
Yeah. And the Democrats are trying to.
and they won't show any of that.
Yeah, they won't, and they're just trying to get Trump from being
Unelectable in 2024.
correct.
That is the goal.
Unelectable.
And they
is
have
the word.
come out and said that our goal with this is to make sure Trump is not on the ballot on
Well,
2024.
fuck him. He's going to be elected.
What I don't understand is what they're trying to do is they're trying to prove that Trump planned this.
Yeah, it was a insurrection
Correct.
planned by Trump.
Trump planned this,
It's ridiculous.
and he got everything together. But what he did is he called the National Guard, or he wanted
to protect
to protect it,
his-
and he
yeah.
told them to cease and desist or disperse or whatever he said, right?
Yeah.
So he told them to stop.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So that's all you got to say. But there's no one on that panel that's going to present that.
That's right.
They're going to bypass that completely.
Correct.
Yeah, but there has to be some sort of defense.
Nope.
Or
There
they're
isn't.
going to be able.
Nope.
There isn't.
Nope.
It's this panel who's going to present their witnesses.
You talking about the show
It's not a show; it's a congressional hearing, or this
that
whatever
they're
they call it.
televising?
Yes, and they have like a primetime TV producer
Producer
to do this.
to make sure that it's like looks great for the American public.
So it's political theater is what it is, and it's in prime time.
It's incredible. It's incredible that this kind of theatrics and this kind of dishonesty happens so much right in front of us. Like
I think this is one of their.
so amazingly transparent.
I think this is one of their last ditch efforts to try to salvage the midterms.
Wow, they're screwed.
So when they do this, I don't know how long it's going to be on. I don't know how many days. Is it 3 days in a row? Is it on for a month or whatever it is? At the end of this, they go, "Wow, no one watched this."
I hope so.
Right.
There'll be like 40%, 30% of the United States will be watching it.
You're right.
I don't know.
And
I don't
and what
think
is the
so.
market? What is the market share on
Hold
that?
on, this country's 50-50.
No, they're not. But I mean, well,
Sort of.
whatever. So, but imagine a timeshare on any television station. Back in the 80s, you had 10 TV stations. Nowadays, if ABC scores this, which I think they did, it was an ABC producer or director.
I don't know what channel it's on.
Uh,
Is it on all of them?
No, well, I mean,
I don't know.
the guy that is helping
OAN.
arrange the. No, it's
It's
not.
on Fox.
And I think is an ABC producer.
Really?
You
What?
okay?
I think Sean just
Did you-
shit himself.
Did you pull something?
No,
He pulled his,
Lifting that butt cheek
he
to
pulled his
squeeze
sphincter.
it out?
He pulled his rectal muscle.
Yeah.
I
You literally, like,
sadly pulled
you
a
grunted.
fucking hamstring bowling last week with Paul and his
Bowling?
in Allen. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, you pulled a hamstring. No.
Pulled a hamstring.
Yes, hamstring.
Did you pull it or just strain it?
I probably just
yeah,
strained it.
Well, how have you been since then?
I've taken it easy and stretched, and it's worked its way out. I actually
no
went
big
to.
deal.
It turned out to be not a big deal, but
Good.
I went to.
You were struggling that afternoon, though.
Yeah, it was lame. But that's what happens.
No,
I
that's okay. I
didn't stretch,
didn't
and the
judge
fact
you.
the older you get, you need to stretch for
Absolutely.
some of these types of things, or at least stay hydrated enough to where your body can handle that. But I went to. I have a compilation of muscle issues that are going on lately. Frankly, because probably was asleep on that freaking couch, and my neck's all cricked up all the time, and it's just very uncomfortable. And I go in there and I get worked on. I mean, I've only gone to a massage therapist twice in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, twice.
Okay.
So I mean, both times I went,
And how'd it go?
man, like a new man.
So full nude.
The first
Full
time,
nude, no sheet.
the first time I wore a pair of swim trunks, and
Like Speedos?
No,
Did you have a black Speedo on?
Swim trunks.
I did. I wore a pair of swim trunks. I didn't know any better.
Did you go full nude?
And so no, I
I thought
wore
you-
swim trunks.
Just wear normal underwear.
Yeah, just wear underwear.
I
what the
didn't
hell?
have underwear. I had swim trunks.
You have no underwear?
You with your wetsuit on?
Well, they've got the little net, the built-in underwear.
Yeah, full suit wetsuit.
Yeah. So this last time, and she made fun of me too. She was kind of like, "Really?" She
She's like,
said,
You don't want me to
"Do you
touch
realize
you?
I have to rub your leg, and it goes right past that area, and you're making me stop." It's just really
She made fun.
She said I had to go right past that area.
not well. I mean,
To massage your
following-
But she said that.
She said I have to massage your taint, and the net is in the way.
She said the top of my hand brushes your cock.
Whoa, doodle doo.
What did I say?
Whoa.
Hold on.
Well,
What's
I
it?
don't know.
Why are you guys?
I think your massage. I think he does that to you.
What's going on?
Don't know what Asian persuasion massage place you're going to, but
Sorry, she said. I'm sorry.
The place
The-
I go to is a stand-up place where they don't do those types of shenanigans.
What the hell?
What?
She said that I'm gonna brush
Whatever, the
there
point-
anywhere.
The point she said, she was just like, just next time, just take them off or wear some.
Get him out of the way.
Wear some just short,
Regular-
just some
something-
underwear.
Get him out
Yeah,
of the way
regular.
so I can do my thing.
Yeah. Whatever.
Happy
So
ending.
this time, it doesn't matter. The point is, it was a great massage the second time. It was just.
Even though she had to fight your wiener net.
I didn't have the wiener net on. I had the just the underwear. I got
So-
very tight underwear.
So why does Wienernet not get a?
Oh,
Because I didn't say he was touching his cock.
Oh, well, hold on. There's still no. There's still no. Oh.
Well, no, you said you had swim trunks on.
Yeah, you had a Wienernet.
That was the first time.
That's a Wienernet.
Oh, so the one yesterday you had just your underwear on.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it was still,
Everything
Isn't that
was
funny?
contained.
Isn't that funny that's like the total debate? You're like, when they tell you, go ahead and disrobe and get on the table, and if you want to wear underwear, that's your prerogative. If you don't, that's fine too. And you're like standing there in your underwear, going,
Fully erect.
what the fuck?
fully erect, and you're like,
Wow. And you hang your
"Man,
underwear.
should I? Wow. Does the underwear
How about I
hide the
just put
fully
my underwear
erect?
right here for now?
Does it hide? Does
or
the
what-
underwear hide the majestic
Or
boner?
when they see the tent.
Or what do we do here? Really?
No, I've told you before. I've done the full.
I have.
Hold on. I've done the full what?
The full.
Oh yeah, where are we going with
full
that?
nude under the sheet.
No, it's
The
not
old
Thailand,
thumb up the
but, no, well, we've all had the finger up the butt, but
Oh, of course, we've all had the thumb up the butt.
I didn't say
I
thumb.
would have a thumb.
I didn't say thumb.
I had the doctor give a procedure that.
Well,
But-
you have big sausage fingers.
What the
give you
hell?
yours.
What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about like
that's
going to
a
the massage
physical.
therapist where she puts a thumb up in my
I don't
butt.
think
That's
that's
a
part of
physical.
it. They
That's
don't massage
different.
that muscle.
Is that a couples thing that you and Julie get? Do you get the
Yeah, we went to
the
a
Tune in
couple's.
Tokyo thumb up the butt?
Could you
we
just
went-
stop talking for a second?
Yeah,
God,
we went to.
I want to hear this
We went to
exciting
the.
story.
Well, I think I've told this. We went to the couples. It's a type of massage, and you go into a room. My wife and I did, and she got buck naked all the way, and there's towels, right, that they cover, but she was butt naked, and I
And
had
you're
my
like-
I had my underwear on.
And you're like, wow.
I didn't know what to expect, and they
Hold on, you're in the same room or not in the
same room.
So did you take your
Why
clothes
did you-
off?
No,
Yeah,
I had my underwear on.
Why would you not when she did?
Do you
I
have
was
tidy
not
whities?
comfortable to do that because I
Do
didn't
you,
know
do
what
you
to
wear
expect.
boxers?
Yeah, I had boxers on.
All right, so you didn't have tidy whities on?
No.
No. With
And
the yellow in the front, brown in the back.
no,
What's
no.
wrong with you?
Go on.
All right, cut his mic, Mr. Producer.
So anyway, they
He's
they
reaching-
start by
He's reaching over to the soundboard.
they start by walking on your back, and they use their feet to massage your
What are these
back.
pygmies?
What? Literally standing on your back?
Yeah, they stand on your back, and they walk, and they use their feet to massage your back and your legs. They go all the way up and all the way down, all your legs. the
So
whole
back
nine
to
yards.
Sean's question: are they little people?
Yeah, they're not big. I
Are
mean,
they
they're
midgets?
they're full grown
Pygmy?
adults.
Where were you at?
Pygmy people?
South Africa?
No, it was at a massage place right there off of Warren.
They walk on your back,
Correct.
Interesting.
and you're okay. Keep going.
Anyway, so then they do that, and then I have bad shoulders. That was before my shoulder surgery, and they contort craziness. It was hurt. I almost told them to stop. I was
It
like,
hurt?
It hurt bad, and I was like, I almost told them, I was like, you need to stop because this hurts too bad, and my hips are bad, and what they do, you lay on your back, and your feet go over your head.
Oh no.
So basically, your ass is up in the air.
Yeah.
And my wife is naked with her ass and everything up in the air. I was like, there's no way I could be naked doing this because my fucking everything would be hanging out and my butthole would be hanging right in their face and
What
everything.
in the hell are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Yeah, and it was a type of massage. It was like an hour long,
Yeah.
or hour and a half. I'm sorry, it was 90 minutes.
That's odd.
Were you touched inappropriately?
No, not at all. But they stretch you as part of it.
When your ass was in the air,
Well, did I fart? No.
Did another massage therapist come in at that point? And
You go,
what do you mean boop? No, it was
No.
like boom.
No, there were 4 people in there. My wife and I, and then the two massage people. So, and I felt fabulous afterwards.
Did you?
Oh.
I
For
did.
sure.
I felt great afterwards. But I tell you what, during the process, there were a couple times where I almost had to tell them to stop because the shoulder was, like I said,
Well,
was
so
before
how many
surgery.
people were working
Yeah.
on you at once?
Just one.
And they were able to contort you like that?
Yeah, they said, okay, yeah.
What-
They
and-
just lift your legs up and they stretch you all kind of crazy ways.
Wow.
I had never heard of. I've
Yeah.
literally
Yeah,
never heard
it's
of
a
this.
type of
So these are females.
I guess it was yeah, I think so.
Oh, both female.
I was on my stomach when they came in, so I never really saw the person that was doing it.
So
Interesting.
But they
you
were
didn't-
small.
So
They
you
were
didn't
walking on my back.
understand the sensation that you felt.
It was either a very
Are you sure
small.
there's multiple people, or was they had like 2
No,
feet
when I
and
turned
a
over,
tripod?
there was only one person.
And the guy ran out and the girl ran in.
No, there were. It's like a bunch of Jawas came in, and
Yeah, but they were small. Right? You
They're
have
all
to be,
midget people.
if you're standing on someone, you can't be like me, 260 pounds, standing on someone, right?
Maybe.
Well, you could. You break their back.
So this is like a little person massage thing.
I'm trying to
This is
envision you
crazy.
with your asshole in the
Me
air.
too.
And it's not.
And I got to be honest, it's not a good visual.
No, it's
No.
not at all.
No, but it's intriguing
No,
from the perspective of little people jumping on you and stuff.
no.
They weren't jumping on me.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
whatever.
They
Yeah.
jump on his belly.
Like they're all over you. Like what's the show where the guy's laying down on the beach
little
and all the little
Oompas,
people?
Oompa Loompas?
Yeah, they're all running
Oh,
over
with Jack
him.
Black.
No, and they were all they're all
Gulliver's
tying
Travel.
him down.
Gulliver's
and stuff.
Travel.
Yeah, Gulliver's
Yeah,
Travels.
you're like Gulliver. You're like Gulliver.
Yeah,
They're all over you.
you're the giant from the giant beanstalk.
Right.
Right.
This is my point.
B545. Stick your finger in my bum.
I knew that was coming. Like a mile away. By the way, that had nothing to do with little people.
What? Oh, because we were the little people.
No.
It had to do with giants.
No.
What, the giant, the Jack and the Giant Beanstalk?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There was a giant up in the clouds, and there was some sort of harp that you had to play to make the giant go to sleep, and you sneak down the stalk and, "Whee! Where is my human? I want to eat him," and chasing him and.
So what? So he. So what does Jack do? He steals the beans, the magic beans. Are there
God,
magic
man.
beans? What's the story of Jack and
Well-
the Beanstalk?
Well,
What-
he
what-
sold. He sold
the whole
He
thing?
sold. Hey, take the goats to the farm and sell them because we need food.
It was a Thai massage.
And he
No,
he takes the
no,
goat.
Thai.
Jack and the
and-
Beanstalk. What's the story of Jack and the
I'm
Beanstalk?
trying to
Do you
tell
guys
you.
understand
Shut the
what
fuck up.
THAI.
He told his dad told him, "Hey man, take the
Like
goats to the farm and sell them, and that way we can have money to whatever.
Eat?
Yeah, eat."
Did you grow up in
and
Singapore
so
or something?
Jack,
Oh my God!
don't know
he
this?
meets.
You don't know the story.
He gets
Yeah, I do.
intervened
No, you
by a salesman, and he sells him these beans, these magical beans.
Magic
Three
beans.
beans.
And
3 beans.
3 beans.
And he plants
Okay.
them, and up comes this beanstalk, and because he was kind of like, his dad was like, "What?
And he threw him out the window. Boom.
What the hell's wrong
Boom.
with you?"
Okay.
And then the next day, this freaking beanstalk comes up, and he goes,
Gigantic beanstalk.
oh, he climbs up the thing, and there's like this huge giant in a giant
Oh, he
house.
climbs up there.
And he
Yeah.
gets the goose who lays the golden egg
Yeah.
and the harp.
Yeah, he takes the harp.
The hell?
The magical
You don't
harp
know
that
this
plays
story.
all kinds of music.
No.
I guess they didn't teach that in Indonesia.
I guess not.
Indonesia.
Ah.
I thought it was Cambodia. Were you in Cambodia?
No, it's Indonesia.
No.
I don't know why you're doing that.
Thumb.
The noise.
All right.
All
So,
right, so it what? So he gets the golden egg and he wins,
Well, the
Like,
giant comes after him,
and he kills him.
and I think he chops the beanstalk down, and the giant falls and dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's
Because
a
he
picture right
escapes.
there. He's holding an axe,
yeah, he
and
cuts it.
look at that gigantic.
Although I
foot.
think the giant, if he fell from there, he'd be fine.
Yeah, I'm thinking he
Well,
would
It was
be
like
fine.
15 feet off the
Maybe
ground.
Now
he's
the
very-
boy would be like, he'd be crushed.
He'd be keistered.
He's fucked.
well, there we go.
Yeah.
And then the giant's going
Jack
to take
and the
advantage of the mom.
beanstalk. Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah.
and what's the theme of the whole story though? Usually those stories have a theme.
All right.
The
Well, once
moral
upon
of
a
the
time,
story?
there was.
Yeah. What's the moral of the story?
All right. Well, look.
Be
well,
thankful for what you get, and don't take more than you should.
Really? That's what it is.
Why not?
Like, don't take the 3 beans that your dad gave you.
I don't know. I don't know.
all right. The moral of the story would be
What the hell?
taking advantage of the opportunities that life provides you.
Okay.
Jack is taking a huge risk when he exchanges the goats for beans.
Okay. Wow, that was very insightful.
Yeah, but then, like,
Yeah,
what
they
is
have a-
the
they
what
have
is
a
the
movie out
true
there.
meaning?
Do what?
There's a movie out there that came out in the last 15 years or so. You should watch it.
If the
They kind of
beanstalk is
expand on
Jack
it.
and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, they
Nah, I think I'll
Hollywoodized it, but it's the same type of thing.
I think I'll pass.
All
Yeah.
right.
So what's
Yeah.
the true meaning of Jack and the Beanstalk? That's because the beanstalk is driving the action. If the beanstalk is maturing male sexuality, then
I knew they'd pull
and
penis
Jack,
into
the
it
Jack
somehow.
and the Beanstalk is a story about a male individuation and growing up. To refresh your memory of the story, is about a young boy living at home with his mom. Jack and his mother are living alone in a cottage.
So this is not taught today because it's male centric.
Male centric. Yeah. So is the mom a tranny?
Is she hot?
Well,
Is
it
she a
says
She a
that-
hot tranny?
she a
There's
MILF?
there's a hidden
She's a hot tranny
X-rated
milf.
there's a hidden X-rated meaning behind the popular fairy tale
She's
on Kid
She's
Spot.
a tilf.
TILF?
A tranny. I'd
Yeah,
like
speaking
to.
of trannies,
What?
did you see what happened in
Jesus
Dallas this
Christ.
past weekend?
God, yes.
With the drag your kids
yeah.
to, I don't even know what the whole name of
Yeah,
the
help
thing is.
us out. Help us out here, Jeff.
Well,
Set the stage for this one.
Well, it's called Drag the Kids
Drag-
to Pride, and basically what it is, it was in Dallas, in Texas,
In
of all
Dallas,
places.
yes. Where we live, basically.
Yeah, and what it was a drag show, full-on drag show.
You better work for your body. Work.
Sean was there.
What-
Anyway, it was a full thing that you would bring your kids
What
out
is that?
to.
That
I don't- what do you-
there was a show that or a song that came out in like 1989.
Doing
with-
the butt.
No.
Where's
No.
the butt?
Doing the butt. Who sings
Doing
that
the
song? You
butt.
better work.
Doing the butt.
You gotta work.
Okay. We don't need to know. All right. Finish the story that's very disturbing, by
Yeah,
the way.
anyway, it was a drag show
Incredibly disturbing.
where these guys were full-on dragging it, stripped. I don't know if they were stripping, but they were doing their show down this runway,
Yeah.
and the kids were prompted to tip them.
Yeah.
So
well,
put their dollar
money.
bill or money
Yeah.
into the G-string or the
Isn't
outfit or
that
whatever.
like a strip club?
Well, that's one of the arguments is, would it be okay if you took
Hmm.
your kids to the strip joint?
No, I'm going to go with no.
No. So you can't
Okay.
can you take it to see if they had female strippers there doing that? Even if they were
No.
just in their G-string, not full nude, right?
I'm going to go with no.
You don't. So if it was a male stripper, you would say no. But for some reason, this is acceptable.
Right.
Why? Why is this acceptable? And why would you take your kids to see this? Because the kids aren't going to go, entertain themselves because these kids were like 10,
Is there?
11
Is
years
this
old.
is actual footage? So drag the kids to the Pride in protest in Dallas. This is June 5th, 2022. So it looked like that was like some sort of Antifa with the mask on.
Yeah.
Well,
He pulled his mask off.
He got demasked. Have you seen the footage of them dancing down the little runway with the kids put in the
There you
bills?
go.
No.
That's a RuPaul supermodel dance thing going on here.
Oh no.
And look, I don't give a
watch
shit.
this. I mean, it's just don't expose it to.
It's
How old is this kid?
it's inappropriate.
How old is this kid?
Oh no.
11?
Yeah,
10?
No,
it's just
less than that.
inappropriate.
He's less than that. He's probably 8. God, this is horrible. Look at them squaring off. The Antifa, all black.
Yeah, but is that Antifa?
Oh,
Well, they're all wearing masks, and they have pink hair.
No,
Why do they
Oh
have?
my
Why do they feel the need to
God.
dye their hair pink or green or blue?
I don't know
Look
what
at this guy.
is.
Look at this guy trying to do something. He's laughing. He's laughing. The conservative guy is laughing, totally laughing. He's like, okay, I'm coming back now. Oh my
All right,
God.
so this,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't even know. I think I know her.
Oh, look at him. Look at him trying to take the megaphone away from the woman. Yeah. Okay. Now he's talking into it. Oh, God. I would be crazy. I would be crazy angry in this environment.
We could have
That's
gone.
why
we
I'm
could have
not
gone to
going to
this.
ever be there. Oh. Oh, somebody showed up with their own megaphone. Yay. This
Yeah.
is sad.
There's a dude in the corner selling megaphones. I tell you
Yeah,
what,
no shit.
that's what you need to
That's
do.
the business, right? You have a walk-up megaphone business?
Yeah, but what I don't understand is what are the type of parents that are taking their kids to this?
Horrible.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I think it's a bad example. I think that you need to protect your kids. I don't think you need to take your kids to protest, period. Especially
Period.
as
This
chaotic
wasn't
and
a
Either way,
protest.
unruly as
either
they
way.
are.
This was not a protest. This was a drag show.
Either way.
Well,
They
it
didn't
is
take
a-
them to the protest.
Well.
It turned into a protest, but the kids aren't there. They're inside tipping the guys in their G-strings.
Literally putting money in their G-strings.
And then dancing or walking down the aisle with
right.
them.
Yep.
No.
I don't want to hear. Yep. Got to
It-
change the subject. I'm going to get all
Yeah,
fired up.
it was 1992. That song is "You Better Work It, Girl." You better
Work It, Girl.
work.
Drag kid.
No.
12-year-old drag kid.
Let's talk about fun stuff. Let's talk about reminiscing
No,
About drags?
about drags. You
Drag-
remember
drag
when we
queens?
grew up with drags? Oh, it was the best. Maybe it wasn't a thing.
no.
Take back our
So what's
what?
the latest? So what?
I
let's
mean,
re-
my,
let's-
my experience with some of these gay bars, like for example, in El Paso, Texas,
yes.
they would have a place called the OP.
Take,
Okay.
take back
I don't even know
Oak
what the hell that
Lawn.
was, what they called it.
Take back Oak Lawn.
Take back Oak Lawn. And,
really.
and
Good
you know
luck
what?
with that.
I don't fuck. I don't care about this shit. I mean, like, if they want to have drag shows, that's cool.
That's what
but
I mean. I don't-
the thing is
exactly.
like, what the fuck? Why do you want to involve kids?
Right.
You know, like, that's an adult thing. You know, it takes the mentality. A child doesn't understand what's going on.
Well, that's
It's very formative.
well.
And-
That's why I asked. I was like, would you take them to a titty bar?
God no.
No, you would not.
Well, even less than that. Would you take him to Twin Peaks? Would you take him to Third Base? Would you take your kids? Would you take your kids to those places?
I've never been to those places, so I don't
You-
know. Third base?
I've never been there.
Me neither.
You never been there?
Well,
On all nude
I
night?
like
Our
sports.
producer's trying to say something.
I like sports.
But that's what that's the point I want to get across is why do they find it acceptable to
Because they're
take them to this?
Because they're trying to groom
And
them.
I would like to ask the parents.
No,
to,
they're grooming them.
let's go.
Grooming them.
Let's go to Legends next.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
grooming them.
Well, for one
100%.
thing, your kid couldn't get
This
in.
is a small little slice of the population, and it's unfortunate. I mean, we believe it to be unfortunate.
That is a great point.
You know, and in their eyes, they may say, well, you know what, you know, your brother's gay, your sister's gay, you know, and their friends. You live around an entire community that's gay. You might as well just embrace it, and that may work for them in their
No.
little community. Yeah, it may.
And it's less than 5% of the nation.
Dude, they're talking about Oak Lawn. You know, they're talking about, you know.
But hear me here. Less than 5% of the nation is gay. 5%
That's a lot.
of Of 370 million people?
5% is a lot.
No, it isn't.
It's a lot of people, but it's
It's a
small
tiny
compared to everyone
fraction.
else.
1/20th, 1 out of 20 people.
So, do you really think it's no? Do the math. Not 1 out of 20 people. There's no way. No way.
yeah.
It's actually 4 out of 20.
No, dude, it's 5 out of. If 5% is 1 out of 20,
No, it's
how many 20s are in 100?
3.
Let's see, how many 20s are?
There are 5 20s in 100.
There you go.
It's 5 people out of 100.
Correct.
So what the fuck?
That's 1 out of 20.
It's a tiny ass number.
All right, it's a half a person out of 10.
Can you stop confusing?
Those don't exist. Half people don't exist.
Yeah, half people don't exist.
Well, what if they're trans?
Then they're half people.
Then there are multiple people.
There are a
inside.
male on top and a female on bottom.
Right.
That I have. Anyway,
And there's a lot of schools with these groups or boards or whatever that are inviting these kids to say, you don't need to tell your parents to come to this.
great.
But you can be open with us. And it's basically what we're seeing, the drag shit, trans, gay, or whatever it is, right?
Right.
And I'm not saying that some of those kids need to have an outlet or not an outlet, but a support system.
Right.
Because I guarantee it's not easy. It can't be. It's not an easy thing to grow up and realize, hey, I'm gay, and you're going to face some bigotry and shit like that.
Agreed.
I understand that. I get it.
Agreed. I do too.
You're not going to get it from me or hopefully my kids or anything
Nope.
like that, but you're going to get it from some people.
You are.
And there's a support team out there, but I think they're going about it the wrong way.
Agreed.
You don't
I
do
mean,
it.
they're
You don't.
being
You
more
don't do it.
divisive.
You don't do it sideways. You don't do it behind the parents' backs,
Yeah,
and you don't
Yeah,
force it.
absolutely.
They're
you don't
doing
force
it in a
it.
very divisive way.
Right.
Yes.
You let the kids come to you. You say, hey,
Hey,
this group is out here.
Hey, just
Come see me if you want.
just to be clear, just to go back like 15 subjects ago. Remember when I said something about butt cancer?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it was
Well,
colon
It was
cancer.
colon
Well,
cancer.
it was actually rectal cancer.
Well, he found colon cancer. So there's
He
two different
did.
things.
He did, but I was actually referring to something else. And it's that the rectal cancer trials delivered unheard of results.
That's great.
That's what it was. That's why I mentioned, I said butt cancer.
So, is there an anal cancer and a rectal cancer and a colon cancer?
Well, it sounds like the whole region.
I don't
I
know.
think there is. I think
Yeah.
there is. Those are all different anatomy.
Well, you have the
parts.
small intestine and the large intestine. So I
Exactly.
imagine there are many types of infections and cancers.
Well, there
and-
is. I mean, you can get cancer like pancreatic cancer,
Oh, you can get cancer
liver cancer,
anywhere.
kidney,
You
lung,
can get cancer
and
anywhere.
all that shit,
Yeah.
right?
It's crazy.
So my mom had breast
You-
cancer.
you
and
can't-
it
you-
went
you-
to her spine,
You don't get cancer
went to her skull, went to
if
her
you don't
brain,
go to the doctor.
moved to her bone. So breast cancer. She had breast cancer in her bones
Ah,
Good
man.
lord!
because it what do you want to call it? It
Commandeered the cells.
No, it mutated, right? There, so breast cancer can mutate into what they call a Herceptin 2, to a HER2 type of cancer, and it moved into the bone. So it started as breast cancer. She had the mastectomies and all that good stuff, right?
Did
but
they
it-
catch it late, early, late, normal?
I
Like,
don't know.
When I say normal,
When she turned 50, she told me this once. She goes, "I wish I never turned 50," because that's when she found out she had breast cancer. She had the mastectomy, and then everything was fine for a couple years, and then it moved to her bones, and then basically it's breast cancer in your bones, so it turns your bones brittle. Then it moved around, and it finally ended up in her brain. So even breast cancer can move
anywhere.
anywhere.
Any cancer can move anywhere.
Correct. That's what I was trying to say. I was like, just because you say breast cancer doesn't mean it's only in your breast.
That's right. That's where it starts.
That's where it starts, but it can
And then it
it can
spreads.
change and spread into other places. So if you say you have, pancreatic cancer is bad because that kills you
Pretty
quickly.
quick. Yeah.
So how
quickly.
long was her battle?
13 years,
Damn.
50, and she passed away at 63.
She fought it. She fought it
She
hard.
fought it hard. She fought it
Good
hard,
for her.
and she had a lot of problems along the way. And she had some good times, and she had definitely some really difficult times. But I guess the thing is when you hear someone have breast cancer, just don't assume that it's
Breast cancer.
in the breast cancer, right?
That's
'Cause
right.
Men,
It turns into something else.
because men, we can get breast cancer.
Absolutely.
It's not as vocalized, or I
No,
don't
it
know
is
if
not.
it's as common, but it can happen,
Yes, it can.
right?
And so the frustrating thing about that is like they probably was like got better and then had a setback. Got better and then a setback.
Well, not really. I mean, she had the mastectomy. She had that, and when it moved to her bones, the doctor told her, it says, if it pops up into your bones, we could treat it as it comes up. And that's what they did. And he said, if it moves to your soft tissue,
And so they knew that like
yeah,
immediately.
they're like, you're never going to be cured of this.
Oh shit! Why?
It's just the nature of.
But there are a number of women that have breast cancer and they caught it. They caught it early enough.
Not hers. There's a different. Hers turned into a different version of breast cancer.
Oh man!
More aggressive,
Malignant.
more malignant, more aggressive. Right. The standard. It's like I said. It's called HER2. HER. I don't know if there's two R's or not. HER-2 type
Sure.
of breast cancer, and it mutated. Then it went to her bones, and they treated it as it popped up, and she had all kinds of problems. And it moved into her skull.
man.
It hit the nerve, and half her face got paralyzed.
Oh.
Right. And they treated it as it came up, and they told her, if it moves into your soft tissue, that's the end.
That's the end game.
We can't treat it at that point.
Yeah.
And it moved to her brain, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's what ended up getting her.
Man, I'm
So,
sorry.
So
What a tough battle, right there.
it was, and she had some good years. She, like I said, she battled for 13, and probably the last 5 were really, really tough for her. Right.
Oh yeah. Because she knew it was happening. She
Yeah.
knew. She knew it, she was on the losing side of it.
Right. I mean, she was bedridden for the last year and a half.
Oh man.
So, she couldn't walk anymore, and it hit her spine. It got on her spine, and she had back surgery and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I don't want to dig too deep into that, but
No.
I guess the key is, just because you hear cancer, like Sean's talking about, anal cancer.
Right.
I don't know. Does that mutate? Could it come?
Yes.
If you have anal cancer, could it move into your colon? Can it move into your liver? Can it move into this?
Most of the time, it's where it starts and then where it spreads.
Right.
So yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's nasty shit. And
But
if they found a cure,
I thank you for sharing that story because there is a lot of listeners probably that
Yeah.
have a story about that,
A
right?
lot of dudes
mean,
like us that
Oh my God!
it's tough. Yeah, 13 years is a long
Cancer
time.
touches everybody, guys.
Jeff, honestly, I'm always honest. 13 years of torture for everyone.
yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
It's just like you don't know, and it's bittersweet when she passed. But God, I mean,
well, I tell you what. My parents retired out in
plus
Tahoe.
all
Yeah.
the extra stuff they had going on.
Right.
Yeah.
So my parents retired out in Tahoe, and their plan was, they retired.
Right.
They found their dream home. They built
They're gonna
it,
live happily ever after.
and they wanted to travel.
Right.
That was going to be their home base, and they're going to travel, and it never happened.
You're right.
Ever happened.
That's right.
She came out. She came out and visited us the last time in 2005, and it was hell on her to travel because it hurt.
Yeah.
And that was the last time she came here to Dallas, and she passed away in 2007.
Yeah.
So, their goal, that's it changed my perspective. Do I live for today
Live for
instead
today.
of 20 years down the road?
Absolutely.
Because I see what happened to my mom. I know when I turned 50, that was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's going to happen? Is it going to, am I all of a sudden going to get cancer?
Right.
That happened to my mom, right?
Yeah.
She turned 50.
There
We're
you
all
go.
50.
We're all 50.
She had cancer at this point in her life.
I mean, and you hear that story all the time. It's like everybody saves their money waiting for retirement when they get sick, they can't walk, or they can't this or that or that.
Yeah.
I mean, live for today. The answer is, I'll answer it for you, in my opinion. Live for today.
Yeah. 63.
Now,
That's
that
10 years
mean,
from
that
now.
doesn't mean like be irresponsible and like drain your bank account to have no
No.
retirement.
No.
It doesn't mean that, but it means seize every opportunity you have
Right.
now.
Right.
Now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like your bucket list that you put together, execute it now.
Yeah. Start doing it. Maybe
Start doing it. Start doing it.
Save the bigger things for later, the expensive things if
Yes.
you can't afford it.
I'll tell you,
100%.
this is one of the reasons why I want to go camping.
Yeah.
And I want to delay it. And I'll tell you one of the not just death, but the fact that, honestly, I'm fat and it's tough to do shit.
Right.
All right. And the fact that I went down to Amarillo and climbed up a fucking mountain and went into that cave, I did it. And it was tough. The
Right.
fact that Jeff and I went to Lake Tahoe and did what we did, it was tough.
We about
Yeah.
died.
You know, but we did it.
We
and-
could have
and
died on that mountain.
I want to continue.
I think we could have. I mean,
Yeah, we could
I
have.
know.
I mean,
know.
I see those videos you pull up. I was like, God, I look like shit for one thing, and you couldn't breathe,
You know.
swollen, whole 9
But
yards.
I want
So-
to continue to challenge myself.
Yeah,
and,
but what's
and
the
do
plan?
things.
What's the plan? What's the plan to get into shape? Like,
well, hold on.
to be less
Getting into
healthy.
shape isn't. Well, we got to do things like
More healthy.
control
Sorry.
how much we're drinking on podcast night and not cheat. The goal was to have 2 bourbons and 2 beers.
Nailed it.
You cheated.
What are you talking
I
about?
poured a
Both
little more.
you and Jeff cheated.
No, I had 2 bourbons and 2 beers.
No,
Stop.
I poured more, and that was my fault. I own that. It was my fault.
Yeah.
In my
He measured
opinion,
it out.
was-
Sean was sticking to it. He measured it out. I poured more.
and I love you.
Sean's a
But
dick.
but look, but it's got to be like that. So the question is, how are we going to do it? You have to be diligent, and you got to follow the rules. And
It's diet, exercise.
See, what you should have done, Sean, is you stopped me when I was pouring it in yours. You should have stopped me before I poured it into mine.
well, that's not my position.
No, we all have to hold each other
Yeah,
accountable.
exactly. It's
Because
your
all of us are going to get weak. I was weak downstairs, and I poured because I was like, I want more.
Well, you want
I
me to
want
slap
more.
you?
No,
What,
just say, hey,
fucking go
we
all
said-
Paul on
Yeah,
you?
with- Throw
No,
down.
all you would have
Oh,
done
go
is
Paul.
says, hey, we
throw
said,
down, like tear his mask off and punch him in the face.
Yeah. But all you have to do is say is, hey, we agreed 2 bourbons. That would have stopped me.
Wow.
It would have stopped me. I don't know if it would have stopped Paul. It
Well,
would have stopped me.
I said 2 bourbons, 2 beers.
But it'll be you next time who's going to want more.
That's right.
And it's going to be responsible for us
That's
to say,
What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to save your life?
Hey, look, I mean, I said it out loud.
well,
Did you? But
after
did
I
you?
had already poured Paul and I's.
No,
Exactly.
no,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
said
it
it.
was.
No, you didn't say anything.
No, it was after. I have video proof.
No, you don't.
You,
Yeah, I
you
did.
said it after, and I
Here, listen-
noticed
listen to
because you
this,
went
Listen to this.
really,
What the hell?
and I was in the middle
I
of
already
pouring.
poured
you
it,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
You want me
Yeah.
to play it again?
That is not real.
Well, I
I'll play
think
it
we
again.
have to, as uncomfortable as it may be sometimes, as much as we don't want to hear it,
All right.
sometimes we have to hold each other
We-
accountable.
So
100%.
I wanted to say one. I want to change the subject, like a fucking straight
Wow.
90 here.
You
'cause-
okay?
That's a normal. That's the norm.
So I got on goodnewsnetwork.org.
I like that. I
I
go out there.
I like to pull up some happy shit every now and
Yeah,
then.
happy shit.
And they have it's with everything going on the
Do
planet.
they have celebrity deaths on there?
Yes, that's happy news.
Yeah.
If
So
it's Bette Midler.
what they do have,
We'll be happy.
Sorry.
what they do
Sorry, that
have,
was mean.
May 29th,
totally mean.
2022.
Okay, go.
They are still in the South America, in the Brazilian jungles.
The
They are
Amazon.
still finding
Indigenous tribes.
they're finding hidden societies
Correct.
that are just that haven't been found. They're just it
It's
is
amazing.
it is absolutely so they're using the technology of because I already read it
Like
and,
thermal.
and it's very difficult to read. They're using laser essentially, and so they have these drones that will fly over the area and they just shoot lasers down, and they get
And they're finding settlements of humans.
well, not humans, no, just old societies that used to live there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
well,
You're
they're
talking
finding-
about archaeological.
Correct.
Art-
But every
Wow.
now and then they'll find a tribe that's like so
No.
deep in there, and
Oh yeah, but that
did
hasn't
you,
happened.
Have
in a
you ever
while.
seen the one of the picture overhead and one of the young warriors has his bow?
he's got like a big lip plate.
No, but he has his bow drawn. He has his bow drawn, and they have huts in the middle of the
Correct.
Amazon.
Yeah, that was
He's
20
got
years
his,
ago.
He's got his.
And that wasn't that long.
No, it wasn't. He's got his bow drawn. He's getting ready to fire his arrow at whatever the airplane was, or whatever was taking the picture.
It was an F-18.
It was an F-18. It was a Tomcat F-14.
It was Tom
Jesus.
Cruise.
It was Tom Cruise
But anyways,
and Goose.
just recently they found another very large place where it's a very old.
Yeah, but you're
over
talking
900
about
years
yeah,
ago.
you're talking about archaeological.
I
Why
am.
can't I say
Well,
that word
Dead
right now?
civilization.
So, well, this is
Archaeological.
they have like
Archaeological.
Correct.
there
Thank
are
you.
fucking
Thank you,
pyramids
Jeff.
down there.
Well, yeah.
I
That's what I'm saying.
know. They
So
all
it's
built
like
However, a
they all
paper
built
published
pyramids.
this week in Nature reveals that down in the alluvial plain.
Alluvial.
Oh.
No,
Alluvial.
it's not what did you say?
Alluvial. That's
Volval?
very much
Not
that's very
volval,
much a geological term.
Eluvi-
Alluvial fan.
Flourished
yes, I know
in
that.
an Argarian low-density urban society for 900 years, building
Bulgarian?
hundreds of
Bulgarian.
acres of
Bulgarian?
earthwork
Bulgarian.
canals, walls, fortifications, and large pyramids.
Okay.
Underground.
Well, they
Large
got covered up.
pyramids. We're not talking the Aztec. We're talking about pyramids.
Correct. Those were pyramids too.
They
Yes, they
no,
were.
they were not.
The Aztec built pyramids. Yes, they did.
Or was it the
I've never
Mayans?
seen an Aztec pyramid.
Was it
Oh,
a
my-
Mayan pyramid?
Oh, my
Well, you
God.
talking about Mayan pyramids? No, they have Mayan structures, but they don't have
Oh, they're
pyramids.
pyramids.
Yeah, right
The-
there.
That looks like a pyramid to me.
All right, well, I stand corrected. I guess they are.
That didn't take long.
And fuck off.
All right, anyway, so your point. They're finding stuff buried under the ground.
Well, they just found a new one.
Are
That's
they?
nice.
That's what I
Yeah.
asked. Is it Aztec? Is that what you're thinking?
It's
Well,
Inca.
they said it's a Casabra culture, a Casaraba. Casa?
This is in
Raba.
Brazil.
This is
Where were
in
the
South
Aztecs?
America.
Where were the Aztecs? Were they in Mexico?
Yes, Central America.
So Central America. So it may
Yeah,
have
the
been.
the whole of Central America.
So
I
it may have
think.
been an offshoot.
All right, so this would
Yeah.
be right down the if you were like Amazonia,
Oh, that's
um,
way south.
it's
Nowhere near Central America. We're talking about Peru. It's in Peru
it
or
is
Bolivia.
it's central. It's right if you were to take the top bottom of South America and cut a line in the middle of it, it's dead center,
Yes.
and it's a little bit on the west side.
Where's the equator?
Way north.
Yeah.
Like Ecuador
Yeah.
region? All right.
Yeah. Ecuador.
Anyways, that stuff fascinates me, and how we're talking
That's not
about
how you say the country.
What'd you say?
Where do you live? I live in Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Sorry. Sorry. That was a
Jackass.
that was a dickish comment right there. Yeah. It happened though.
So it's fascinating. These places, even like they're talking about how the UFOs. There are more and more stories that are coming out about the UFOs.
Oh, they started an official declassification of UFO. They had a UFO hearing.
Yeah, they did. They didn't say anything though.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah,
said
they did.
tons.
No, there was.
They said, but no one listened.
No, they released all sorts of shit.
They
No,
were
but-
like, you
but I
know, what,
also
we're going
heard
to do
all
the
the-
Johnny Depp fucking court hearing that took over the UFO.
But what I
one.
heard was they had behind closed doors meetings that actually released all the good stuff that we'll not be privy to.
Well, right. I mean, but
So they talked about it,
so there you go.
but they didn't release the good stuff.
But yeah, but the reality is we are being visited, and it's a global security concern.
So here's the
It
buzz.
is.
Here's the buzz.
Are they probing us for like an invasion?
Here's the buzz.
What's going on?
The buzz is that
It's Thanos.
they have Thanos.
Thanos.
They
It's Thanos.
the buzz is that they are coming out of the water,
It's Thanos.
and
Thanos.
they're not coming from the outer space.
Oh,
So it's like Atlantis.
that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Why?
I don't know yet.
So there is that is the buzz.
So they're
is
not
that-
extraterrestrials then.
Well, no, they're not. Well, I mean, that's what the buzz is.
So they're ocean
It's
terrestrials.
Aquaman and his friends.
Well, what they're saying is that
It's Poseidon.
Could be fish.
our
Could be the porpoises and dolphins
It's
who
the
are
porpoises
smart.
and dolphins
the
and other
initial crust of
spaceships.
the Earth. There are
Kaiju.
huge caverns.
They
where-
developed flying saucers underwater.
I don't
the
believe
porpoises,
this at all.
The porpoises. No, it's retarded.
Well, what
They're
about
from another
what about
planet.
the little tic tac things? The little tic tac flying things that are moving from 0 to 100 in a second.
Show me proof of that.
another
Well,
planet?
there's videos
It's
from
another
fighter
planet.
pilots.
There's a lot of
that have
things
it.
that they could do on video, and the videos are always terrible.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you're asking for proof, so I
Yeah.
mean that's the proof they have.
I don't believe it though.
All right, well there you go.
right.
Look up Tic Tac UFO video.
It's all true.
You
I've
can't
been
you can't
Have
say
you
it's
guys
not
not
true.
been visited?
I could say it's not true.
You could say it, but there's no proof that it's not true.
There's no real proof that it's real either.
That's my point. If you draw, it goes back to the same thing as God real.
Right.
Nobody knows.
I think
No,
You know,
hold on,
if
hold
you
on,
were if you
listen.
were to draw a circle
No, I
and say
do.
let's make a pie and say how much shit do you know on this planet? Draw it out on the pie chart.
It'd
And
be
you
a
got
very
1 to
small
100.
slice.
I know
Yeah, extremely-
97%.
Yeah, well, that 2.5% you don't know is right
Could
here.
be flying tic
The
tacs.
tic tac.
The 2.5% that I don't know, Jeff knows.
Yeah, you're dumbass. So, flight of the tic tac pill shaped UFO. That's a
It's
mouthful.
retarded. It's retarded. I've no. hold
Why
on.
can't they get a better image?
I don't know.
Never. They never can.
Just like
But-
Sasquatch. Why can't they get a better
no
image?
time out. Whoa,
And-
easy on
and-
Bigfoot.
and Loch Ness
That's
Monster.
real.
Why
But
can't they
is
get a better
Sasquatch
image?
Bigfoot?
I've seen the
Yes.
movie. I've seen the movie Bigfoot and the Henderson or whatever it is.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Whatever.
It's real.
It's real. That was.
Was that
real.
with Bill Murray?
No, it was with John Lithgow.
Oh,
It was.
I
It's
fucking
a
love
great
John
movie, by
Lithgow,
the way.
man.
No, it wasn't.
I want. Shut up. I won movie tickets from a radio station to go.
Well, that's
the
why
only
you think
thing-
it's great, because you won tickets. It could
Yeah.
have been like out of Africa. And you'd be
You
like,
know
"What's
what's
the
funny?
greatest
So,
movie?"
for
You know what's
the
funny?
record-
Hold on. You know how when they
Dudes like us,
when
for
they,
the record, you're saying you don't believe in UFOs.
I do.
I don't believe this.
Do you believe in UFOs?
No, not really.
100% do. 1,000,000% do.
No.
Yeah.
We're being visited.
Why don't you?
Do I believe they're aliens? Are there UFOs out there that could be another country
No.
that's unidentified?
No.
Are you believing that it's an alien?
Alien.
No. Do I believe there's aliens out there? Yes. Do I believe they're flying around our planet? No.
Wraps it up. It's June 8th. It's Dudes
he
Like
didn't
Us.
like
My
my
name is
answer.
Sean.
No, you did not like
You
your
did not
answer.
like my answer.
No,
But I like your
Hey,
answer.
you know what? Your answer's fine.
Yeah.
I
I-
think it's a good answer.
Yeah, you know what? People have their, people
Are
believe
you
all kinds of
are you
stuff.
liberal?
No.
Are you a Democrat?
So aliens is now a political.
Yes.
You either believe it or you don't.
Yeah. If you don't believe that there are aliens, then you're a fucking liberal.
Well, I mean, with
I would think
a
it'd be the other way.
never-ending
Right?
vacuum of space, it's hard to fathom that there's not something else out there.
Well, I agree with that
Yeah,
100%.
but
But
My question is,
are they?
how do
here?
you reconcile that religiously?
Well, that's why they will never release it. Is because it'll cause chaos throughout the world.
I've had that conversation. We need to save that for the next podcast.
All right, Dudes like us, let's roll. Sean.
I'm Paul,
And I'm Jeff.
and we will see you guys next week.
Next week.